We are all crime, all black, all the time.
The sentence. After federal sentencing, he will enter guilty pleas in state court. That will be served concurrent. Do you know what concurrent means?
Yes.
It means at the same time. Is that right?
Yes.
That we will agree to a state sentence that will be served and will not exceed defendant's Mills' federal sentence. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Duration shall be served in the Federal Bureau of Prisons.
Yeah.
So you have an agreement in federal court in which you have pled guilty. Is that correct?
Yes.
United States attorneys in excess of 15 years of incarceration.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
But a federal judge able to sentence you all the way from supervised release to life.
Yes.
Correct?
Correct.
And you also make a state court tell the truth. The state sentence will run at the same time as whatever federal sentence you get. Is that correct?
Correct.
And when you're sent to prison, that you will go to prison in a federal prison and not. You and I have met how many times?
Twice.
Twice. Total amount of time was there? No thanks.
Yes.
I tell you, it was to listen to me, to listen to you.
Yep.
And for you to do what?
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Understand that the agreement of the court, what a federal judge will count is whether or not you tell. Tell us where you're from, Mr. Mills. And you're from Connecticut? You were born in Connecticut?
Born in my from Jamaica.
I'm say Jamaica, and when you say some words, we can hear it. Words.
Yeah, I've been told that. Yes.
Okay. Grew up in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Did you go to high school?
Yes, I did.
Did you graduate high
Yeah.
college?
I went to college at West Virginia State University.
What did you do in college?
I played football and I graduated.
Very good. What did you do after that?
And then I started my career in law enforcement. I was a correction officer first. I was a correctional officer first. And then for about 3 years. And then before I joined chasing a career in correction, and then I switched to police officer. I got married, and then we started our family in Tennessee.
Do you have children?
Yes, I do.
How many children do you have?
5, 4.
Boys or girls?
2 girls, 1 boy.
After corrections, you joined the Memphis Police Department?
Yes, I did.
And how long were you with the Memphis Police Department? Where all were you assigned in this 6 years?
Rains precinct.
Most officers in the force are assigned to precincts, right?
Yes.
Riding around in cars, responding to 911 calls, traffic enforcement, all sorts of things.
Yes.
And then you went to OCU, which is the Organized Crime Unit, is that right?
Yes.
And that is more of a specialized group, is an umbrella, where there is device team, where there is drug enforcement teams, where there are fugitive apprehension teams. It's a large umbrella, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Particular in crime did you get?
The Scorpion.
What responsibilities of the Scorpion team?
We were sent here about tolerance policy. That's what they want.
So rather than being assigned to particular like you are in a precinct, you're part of this team where you're sent to
Correct.
it could be in Hickory Hill, whatever it is.
Yes.
And your responsibilities on those nights, you said zero tolerance, is to saturate that neighborhood. Is that correct?
Correct.
Zero tolerance, does that mean making a lot of traffic stops? Or what does it mean?
No, I'm trying to think the best way to say it. Enforce all crime, misdemeanor or felony, I would say.
And what did that amount to in practice though? So what were y'all, sort of doing on those nights? Let's say you're sent to South Memphis and told do a zero tolerance in South Memphis. What are you actually physically doing?
We're physically doing the Scorpion team with traffic stops. That was the Scorpion team did, because the drug team, they did their most investigations and they had informants and stuff like that. Our team, our office was the car. So we would make traffic stops and use the traffic stops to find felony amount drugs. That's what they wanted. And when you had a felony amount drugs, then you get to seize the car, and if they got money, seize the money as well. And they wanted because guns off the street.
You say they, do you mean leadership?
Yes, leadership.
So y'all are given a direct go to a particular neighborhood. Zero,
Yes.
a lot of traffic stops, drugs and guns,
Yes.
or cars.
Yeah, cars. Yes.
And how long were you with the Scorpion team?
I'd say around COVID time. Around that time.
So COVID started around
Can't remember. I think
maybe
it's 2020.
2020 or something. Would you have been in the Scorpion team as much as 3 years? Or?
I think so, around there. Or possible.
So had you been on the Scorpion team for a good amount of time?
Yes.
On the Scorpion team, I'm going to say some names and you tell me whether or not you know who these people are, okay?
Okay.
Emmett Martin,
Yes, I know they are.
was he on the Scorpion team with you?
Yes.
Demetrius Haley,
Yes.
Kadarius Bean,
Yes.
Justin Smith,
Yes.
Preston Hill.
Yes.
January 7th of 2023. Okay,
Okay.
tell me about that night.
All right. I was working Scorpion unit, and me and Bean went there for stop while
Let me interrupt you real quick. When you say Bean, do you mean Darius Bean?
Yes.
Do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes, I do.
Can you point him out and tell me what he's wearing and where he's seated?
The navy blue suit, blue tie, blue shirt.
I think he nodded at you, but what seat is Mr. Bean in?
He's sitting beside Smith.
Mr. Smith is in number one, in the seat number one.
Okay, so
Mr. Bean is number two.
yes, number 2 seat.
All right, so you're with Mr. Bean.
Yes. We conducted a traffic stop. We had someone under arrest, and my car. We are in Ridgeway area. East
Okay,
Memphis.
tell this jury's not from Memphis. Okay,
Okay.
so is that downtown?
No, that's East Memphis.
Okay, East Memphis. And are you familiar with sort of a large neighborhood? Neighborhood's not the right word. Area of Memphis called Hickory Hill.
Yes.
Ridgeway is part of Hickory Hill.
Yes.
All right. And what are there businesses in Hickory Hill?
Yes, a lot of business.
And there's places to eat, right?
Yes.
And there's also neighborhoods with residential houses.
Yes.
And is this the area that y'all have been sent to that night?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And he was handcuffed in the backseat of my car. And then right before me and Bean were about to search his vehicle, we heard on the radio an officer keyed up said that they had one to resist. He's been pepper sprayed and tased, and now he's running.
All right, so someone has resisted,
Yes.
pepper sprayed and tased and running.
Yes.
Okay.
And naturally, when you hear that come across the radio as an officer, you're supposed to go and help your fellow officers because you don't know what's going on over there. So when we heard it, we released the guy we had. It was just a minor offense. And we got into my car, and then we drove to the area where the location that they put out. And when we got over there, the stop was Ross and Rains. Traffic stop was Ross and Rains. And
How far away from Ross and Rains were y'all? Or how long did it take? I'm not really asking for, I don't care about the distance.
it wasn't too far, maybe a mile and a half or 2 far. Me and Bean, we start driving down Ross. Took a first left, and it was a residential neighborhood. And we drove all around the neighborhood, and we didn't see Mr. Nichols. And when I pulled out to continue to go southbound on Ross, as I was driving, I just looked in my rearview mirror, and then I saw Mr. Nichols just like appear right there in the road. And I said, Bean, I think that's him. I turned around and I said, hey, what was the description of Miss Nichols? Down to talk to him. And as soon as he said, hey, Miss Nichols took off running. And that's when Bean got in the car first. He started chasing him.
Would it be fair, let me interrupt you, would it be fair to say that whatever description you all were given of Mr. Nichols, did that person match that description?
Yes, and he was wiping his face, and he was wiping his face, I think with a shirt or something. And so Bean took off running. I got out of the car. I started running, and I turned back because I forgot to lock the car. I locked the car, and then by the time I turned around, I didn't see Bean or Miss Nichols no more. So I just started running, and then I seen when they went up another street. I don't know the name of that street. And then that's when I saw Bean again, Mr. Nichols, and I seen it was Smith car. And then there was some residents outside, and I asked them, what's the name of the street? Because I didn't know where I was. They gave me the name of the street, and then I put it on dispatch, and then I ran up with the rest of the other, with Bean, Smith, and Mr. Nichols.
So put it on dispatch, mean you said on the radio where y'all were at?
Yes, so radio. And then I ran up there, and I immediately pepper sprayed him.
Well, when you run up there, what do you see? Who's doing what?
I see Dean and Smith. They're holding Mr. Nichols.
Is Mr. Nichols standing up or is he on the ground?
Again, and I sprayed him 2 times. It wasn't working. And the third time I tried.
Did you say it wasn't working or wasn't worth it? I couldn't hear you.
No, I sprayed and it just wasn't working.
Wasn't working.
Yeah, it wasn't working. And then I sprayed the third time, and the third time I sprayed myself. And then when I sprayed myself, I backed away from Miss Nichols, Bean, and Smith. And I was trying to collect myself, collect my thoughts. Because when you get sprayed, you really can't see that. You can't see.
Had you been sprayed directly in the eyes?
Yes. I sprayed myself directly in the eye. And I backed away. I was trying to collect myself. And then at that time, it was Bean, Smith, and I believe Martin was there now.
And let me interrupt you because we did this with Mr. Bain. We need to do it with everybody. I think you've already identified him, but can you tell me where Mr. Smith is seated in the courtroom?
Seat 1.
The record could reflect he's identified, Justice. Smith and Bean and Emmett Martin?
Yes.
So at this point, it is those 3. Is Mr. Nichols still on the ground?
Yes. Yes.
And you had sprayed yourself and you're attempting to collect yourself.
Yes. And I heard the officers kept saying, give me your hands, give me your hands. And because I sprayed myself, I became angry. And
You seem pretty mild-mannered. How angry did you become?
pulled the baton out. I sprayed myself, so I couldn't see, and it made me angry.
Okay, what you did?
And then I pulled the baton out, and I approached Mr. Nichols, and I told him, I said I was gonna effing baton you, and I told the officers who were in the way to move. I said, move. And then I used the baton on Mr. Nichols 3 times on his right arm.
Had you been trained in the use of this baton?
Yes.
Now, with regard just to the physical way in which you struck Mr. Nichols, just in regard to where you struck Mr. Nichols, was that consistent with your training?
Yes, it was.
Okay. As for your training,
Yes.
are you supposed to use it because you're angry at somebody?
No.
You struck him 3 times where?
On his right arm.
Did he react to that?
No.
Physically, where is he at when you're striking him?
He had right arm was on the ground and left arm was up, and he kind of was like a knee in the ground, maybe I would say.
Okay, so sort of half up, half down.
Yes.
Or Bean and Smith still there with him?
I think it was Smith was holding his arm at that time.
Was Bean still there?
Yeah, he was still in the area.
Now, when you had collected yourself, did you know that Emmett Martin had soccer kicked him to the head?
No.
Did you know that Emmett Martin had kicked him even a second time to the head?
No.
Did you know that when he soccer kicked him both times that Bean and Smith were there holding him down?
No, I didn't learn the kicks until I watched the video.
And what video are you talking about?
The incident with Mr. Nichols.
I understand the incident, but which video? You understand what I'm asking?
The Sky Cop camera. I think it is.
Skycap camera. Now, you had a body camera on, is that correct?
Yes.
And some of the others had body cameras on, is that correct? Or do you know?
We are supposed to.
All supposed to.
Yes.
Some did.
I didn't hear it.
Some did. Some did have body cameras on.
Yeah, I think yes. I think we are.
The Skycop camera is something different, though. Is that right?
Yes.
When did you find out that Skycop camera was up there on the pole? When did you find out that was there?
When I got back to the office that night.
Afterwards.
Yes, afterwards.
So you didn't know it was there at the time.
No.
Tell us about after the 3 baton strikes.
After that, I stopped, and then the pepper spray is reactivating itself again. Until you wash it out, it keeps activating on and off. And I was just standing there, and then my eyes were shut, and I heard the thump sound. And I heard after the second one, that's when I peeked my eyes open and I looked over and I seen Martin was punching Mr. Nichols.
Did you see what Mr. Bean and Mr. Smith were doing?
They were just holding his hand, on the arm.
Was Tyre standing and Mr. Martin was hitting
Yes,
hard?
yes. And after I peeked and looked, I was wondering, so why is he punching him? And then I didn't want to look no more because it didn't look good. And
You said it doesn't look good. What do you mean?
the way how he was punching Mr. Nichols.
Looked like it wasn't right.
Correct,
Looked like it could really hurt him.
correct.
Had you heard Tyre make any threats to you?
No, I can't read. I don't recall no threats.
We heard you said something about, I'm going to effing baton you. Is that correct?
Yes,
Did you hear anybody else there make any threats?
No, I can't recall. No.
Did you ever hear anybody there say hit him?
When I watched the video, that's when I heard the hit him.
Okay. And we're going to watch the videos. So that's probably the appropriate time, I guess, for me to ask you about that.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. hit him. Mr. Bean said that aside. What happens next?
I believe after I couldn't look no more, and then after that, I believe that's when he was taken into custody.
Now, you're not a small man. Would you agree with me?
I agree.
Is Mr. Martin bigger than you?
Just taller.
Just taller.
Yes.
Who is the smallest person out there that night?
Officer or anybody?
Anybody?
Mr. Nichols.
Mr. Nichols. Did you ever see Mr. Nichols throw a punch?
No.
Did you ever see Mr. Nichols try to karate kick anybody?
No.
Did you ever see Mr. Nichols produce a weapon?
No.
When you said that what you saw Mr. Martin doing with Mr. Bean and Mr. Smith at his side, when you said it was wrong, well, you're doing something wrong right then too, aren't you?
Yes.
What's your duty as a police officer when you see something like that?
Stop, Mr. Martin.
You got to try to stop it, don't you?
Yes.
You take an oath to be a police officer, don't you?
Yes.
You understand that you have a duty to intervene,
Yes.
even if that means intervening with your fellow officers when you see excessive force. Is that right?
Yes.
Each and every one of you officers out there had a duty to intervene, didn't you?
Yes.
Did you ever say, stop?
No.
Do you regret that?
Yes.
Did you ever try to get yourself in between Mr. Martin and Tyre and, whoa, we got this. We got this. We got this. You ever try to do that?
No.
Do you regret that?
Yes.
Did you ever see Mr. Bean or Mr. Smith? We got this. We got this. Stop.
No.
Did you ever see any of those officers out there do that?
No.
Instead, it just kept going.
Yes.
You said he was taken into custody. You meant that he was brought to the ground on
Yeah, he had this on.
top of him?
No, I don't. I have to see the video again, but I don't recall.
Okay. Do you remember how many people were physically, taking him into custody at that time?
No, I don't.
Did you ever physically touch Tyre Nichols?
Yes, I did.
When did you touch him?
When I used the baton.
I got that. So when you struck him with a baton 3 times, but did you ever handle him?
No.
Did you ever hold him up?
No.
Did you ever press him down on the ground?
No.
But you batoned him 3 times.
Yes.
After he is, I'm going to use your phrase, taken into custody, okay? Do you see Defendant Haley arrive?
I saw him arrive when I watched my camera.
Okay, so at that time, you do not remember seeing Defendant Haley?
No.
Okay. But later, when you watch your body-worn camera, you see Defendant Haley?
Yes.
We will watch it. With the appropriate time, I'll ask you about that. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me what happens next.
So after he was taken custody, he was propped up against someone's car, Tyre, and then the fire department arrived, and they were there. They were doing what they do to someone, and then I remember I saw as they were there, Miss Nichols like slouched over to the ground, and I said, I yelled, "Hey!" I said, "Hey!" Like, look at him, and then I believe Smith said to the fire department, he said, "Bag him."
Does that mean something about like oxygen, getting oxygen to him or something?
I don't know what it means. I just know Smith went to EMT or paramedic school, something, but he did that. So I would say that Smith would know better what EMT paramedic should do than I would do.
Gotcha. While paramedics doing whatever they're doing, we'll see it for ourselves, on the video. While he's doing what he's doing, Smith saying whatever, are you telling these paramedics, man, look at his head. He got hit a lot really hard in his head.
No, I didn't tell the paramedics anything.
What happens? Tyree's at the car on the ground.
And then so now paramedics are now they're working on him, like they're doing their paramedic stuff with him, and find out he's going to be transported to the hospital. Our lieutenant made scene.
Is his name Dwayne Smith?
Yes.
Now, while this paramedic stuff is going on with Mr. Nichols, are you having conversations with these defendants, with Defendant Martin and with Defendant Smith and Defendant Bean and Defendant Haley?
Yes.
What's the substance of those conversations?
I kept asking Martin what happened, like why you stopped him, and how did we get over here, how did we get to this, because I was in disbelief on how Mr. Nichols looked. Normally, as a police officer, I respond to someone who looks like that. I've never been part of something when someone looks like that. So I kept asking Martin over and over.
How to get to this?
Yes, how to get to this, why he stopped him, what did he do, what he had. I kept asking him.
Well, you had part of the answer of how it got to this like this is your anger.
Yes.
At some point in these conversations, we'll watch it on the body cam, so I'm not going to ask you exactly what everybody said. Okay.
Okay.
But did some of these defendants make statements about everybody was rocking them or whatever?
Yes, if I listen to the video, I can tell you better.
Is there a point in the video where we're going to see one of the defendants, we'll have you describe it when we see it, makes a motion about taking your body camera off?
Yes.
What is that about?
That was Martin. He was telling me to take the camera off because he wanted to tell me something so the camera wouldn't catch it.
And we'll be able to see that on the body cam, is that right?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols is against this car. Y'all are having the conversations y'all are having. Is Mr. Nichols ultimately transported away?
Yes, he is.
Tell me about that.
We went to the hospital. Me and Bean went with him. Bean was riding in the ambulance and I was following behind. We got to the hospital, and
When you were following the ambulance, were you aware of how critical Mr. Nichols's condition was?
yes, I called Bean as we're driving, and he said they're performing CPR.
As in his heart stopped?
Or if that's for CPR, yes.
Do you want Mr. Nichols to die?
No, I do not. I did not.
That'd be real bad. Is that right?
Correct.
You're following to the hospital, Bean's riding in the ambulance. What happens?
Get to the hospital, and then they bring him inside of one of the rooms, and the doctors and nurses, they're working on him, and me and Bean was sitting outside the room.
Y'all actually go into the hospital.
Yes.
How long did you stay in the hospital?
We were there for a long time. I believe a long time, yeah.
Did y'all leave that night?
Yes.
When y'all left, was Nichols still alive?
Yes.
When you left, do you have conversations with Mr. Bean?
I don't think we said too much. We was riding car, but we was
Probably pretty sober.
yes.
Did you have a conversation that night with Mr. Haley?
Yes, I did.
How did that conversation happen?
When I was leaving the hospital, they kept calling my phone, and if I seen him on my body camera doing anything,
Mr. Haley asked you if you could see your body cam and see whether or not Mr. Haley was doing anything.
yes.
Okay.
And then that's when I watched he's on there, and I told him that I only see him running up on my body camera when I was walking away.
And did Mr. Haley at that point make any statement to you about kicking Mr. Nichols? Mr. Nichols.
When I think it was at the internal affairs interview. Yeah.
Y'all have to physical contact you had with Mr. Nichols, is that right?
Yes.
And do y'all do those things that night?
Yes.
And say, I was angry?
No.
Do you tell the truth and say, while Bean and Smith stood at his arms, Mr. Martin punched him and punched him and punched him. I could hear the thuds, and I thought this was wrong. I, just like everybody else there, had a duty to intervene.
Well, the blue teams are formed, like you said.
You called it blue team, is that right?
The form name is called Blue Team. And on the blue team, you put what you use. And I did what I did.
And you didn't put that other stuff.
No, I didn't put none. No, I didn't put what I saw.
This was all by the book.
Yes, I said that on the scene.
Truthful statement.
Untruthful statement.
Why would you make an untruthful statement about what y'all did that night?
It was just trying to. I knew it was a bad situation. I'm just trying to make it seem better.
Were you trying to get yourself out of trouble?
Yes.
Were you trying to keep your fellow police officers out of trouble?
More so me.
Or so you?
More so me.
Did you know how bad it was yet?
I knew it was real bad when we was out there because I was praying for him when I was out there. I knew that.
Did you know they had that Skycop camera video yet?
No, not till I got back to the office.
We've mentioned Mr. Haley a couple times. Can you point him out in the courtroom? Tell us where seated.
Would that be C4?
C4, okay. So Mr. Smith, Mr. Bean, and then Mr. Haley, is that correct?
Yeah, yes.
The record could reflect that. Mr. Haley.
So reflected.
Or at some point, did you find out the TBI was investigating this matter?
Yes.
And were y'all asked to come have pictures taken of y'all?
Yes.
And we'll do these one-on-one. Where this. And is that what you're wearing that night? All right, that could be marked to say so somebody said it.
You show the photo of Mr. Mills. As we did it.
There's nothing that obviously is pictures of them that night. If we could just go ahead and while we go, Judge. Just pass this. Tell me who's in this next picture?
Bean?
If that marked to say so somebody exhibit.
We will show a picture of Mr. Bean as Exhibit 6.
Martin?
Like somebody's exhibit. Huh?
So a photo of Mr. Martin as Exhibit 7.
Haley?
Like somebody's exhibit.
So a photo of Mr. Haley as Exhibit 8.
This is a set of two photographs. Photographs of this defendant shoes is not alleged to hit the victim, but the shoes are very distinct on the video and make it easy to follow this defendant on the video.
Like those Justice Smith shoes.
Smith?
9.
as they return the exhibits after it goes all the way through, I can give Mitchell his pen and just have him write their name picture.
Okay.
Can you pass it?
Oh, yeah.
While we're waiting, there's one more. We're gonna watch the bottom later of the stuff.
Mhm.
We'll show exhibit 10. That's a photo of Mr.
My procedure. Oh, I'm sorry. I just did. I'll pass you this and ask you if you recognize this, Mr. Nichols.
Yes.
And what is that?
Incident started. This is where it finished.
That's a map.
Yes.
And is that Ross and Rains?
Yes.
That's where you drove in response to this call about a man being tased in a certain direction, is that right?
Yes.
And is that the neighborhood? And that neighborhood's pictured on the map, is that right?
Yes.
The location where this crime happened, is that right?
Yes.
And then there's another house on that map. It's also on Castlegate, is that right?
Yes.
What is that house that's on Castlegate? What is that location?
Mr. Nichols' house.
Mr. Nichols' house. And did you have occasion to go to Mr. Nichols' house that night?
Yes, I did.
When was it? We heard that Mr. Nichols, there's paramedics. Is that right?
Yes.
Y'all are discussing things with each other. Is that right?
Yes.
Your lieutenant makes a scene eventually. Is that correct?
Yes.
And do you and your lieutenant go anywhere briefly?
Yes.
Where do y'all go?
To Mr. Nichols' house.
And were y'all able to speak to anybody there?
Yes.
Was that Mr. Nichols' mom?
Yes.
Was it you or Mr. Lieutenant Smith was actually speaking with?
Lieutenant Smith.
Were you sort of hanging in the back of it?
Yes.
You want to see Mark?
No, I think we're gonna be able to show this one on the projector.
We'll show the aerial photo as exhibit by them.
Turn using technology. It's just not good. All right, what area of town is this, Detective Mills?
East Memphis.
All right, and this is East Memphis. We call the general sort of area Hickory Hill, is that right?
Yes.
And I guess it's obvious, but this is just for the record. Is this in Memphis, Tennessee,
Yes.
and in Shelby County, Tennessee?
Yes.
All these locations that we're talking about where the incident occurred are in Memphis and Shelby County, Tennessee?
Yes.
Ross and Rains. Location.
A traffic stop.
Okay. This, for the time being, location here says Castlegate and Bear Creek, is that correct?
Yes.
What happens there?
That's when I became involved.
That's when you became involved.
Yes.
Is that the location where Mr. Nichols was?
Yes.
And then just shortly down from that is 6743 Castlegate Lane, is that correct?
Yes.
And what's that location?
That's his house.
And that is a very short walk, it seems, is that right?
Yes.
All of,
Yes. Yes.
we skipped for the time being, but let's, I have told you that there is a second pole camera in this neighborhood. Is that second skycop camera in this neighborhood? Is that correct?
Yes.
And it is here at 6705 Ross Ridge. And we'll watch some quick pole cam video of that here in a minute. There's also a camera symbol where you said the incident occurred, where Mr. Nichols was beaten. That's because there's a Sky Cop camera there, and we'll watch obviously that video again here shortly. We're going to start with one of the pre-emitted videos, Your Honor, the video of the traffic stop at Ross and Reigns.
That's being set up now, the attorney's approach. As the court knows, there is a stipulation of fact at the start of this trial that pre-admits certain Ross and Reigns. This will be the body worn camera of Preston Pinfield. If you could stop it real quick. Mr. Mills, you testified that you were not present at this scene, is that correct?
Correct.
So because of that, I am not sure what's going on. You weren't there. Okay?
Okay.
But I am going to ask you who is who.
We stopped it because it's. Approach. Check the two. The audio. Does this appear to be Preston Hemphill's body cam?
Yeah. Yeah.
Speak up
Yes.
a little bit for me.
Yes.
Okay. You see the hands there?
Yes.
So whose hands are those?
That's Hemphill.
Whose car is that?
Miss Nichols. Car.
Mr. Nichols' car. Can you stay right there?
That's Martin.
Place them on.
Where it rains and Ross. St. Louis and Floyd. Suspect is running down Ross. Male black, slim build, blue jeans, and a hoodie. Sat down on rock. Mother. Next.
Haley.
Haley, okay. Hemphill's body cam, so Hemphill talking to Haley, is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
And we're not gonna rewind. If we go back to sort of the chaos that we saw, could you hear Haley's voice?
Yes, I can.
Okay, could you hear Martin's voice?
Yes.
And could you hear Hemphill's voice?
Yes.
And the man on the ground, was that Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Hang on. Where's your water? Okay, I got you. Here. Right here.